first day, Juju had a big day. He got a lot of big catches down the sideline. And then the second day, Marquez got a big day. And so I think that's what you're going to see at this offense this year is it's going to be everybody. It's not going to be one guy. And I think you saw last year, defenses had started to formulate a good game plan, at least at the beginning of the season, of trying to kind of maintain stopping Tyreek and stopping Trav. And we had to find ways to have success other ways so we can get those guys open. I think this year will become different where you're not going to know where you're going to get the deep ball from. You're not going to know where you're going to get the short pass from because we have a lot of different guys that can do it all. So I think having all those guys, I think it'll help us get more of those deep throws that we've been accustomed to.
All right, well, he sounds pretty positive, but if we're talking about those deep throws, nobody racked up more yards than the Cheetah, who is now in Miami with Tua. So can the Chiefs' offense possibly be as good without this guy, without Tyreek Hill? Shregs, what do you think?
Yes, and it's because Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, and Patrick Mahomes are magicians, and they can draw this up. And the person that I would look to first and foremost is Brett Veach, the general manager, because he wasn't going to lose Tyreek Hill and not replenish the troops on this thing. Take a look at what Mahomes has at his disposal this year. This is a lot of talent, And one of these guys, one of them, is going to be a huge breakout star this year. Is it Isaiah Pacheco, the 7th-round running back out of Rutgers? Is it Tayon Fleet Davis, the scat-back running back who everyone's fallen in love with? Is it Sky Moore? Is it MVS? Noah Gray, who last year was a rookie and showed flashes in practice? Like, there is so much talent on this offense, and then they've got the quarterback and the coach that can draw it all up. I remember meeting with Andy Reid back in 2019 when Mahomes was just first really hitting the scene, and sat with him, and he's like, the thing with Patrick that people don't realize is I could draw up a million things on a whiteboard, and he remembers it. Like, unlike any quarterback I've ever had at this level, at this age, he just could retain the knowledge and then do it on the field. I think the supreme intelligence, but also all those guys. And, you know, one of those wide receivers that were on that board is an undrafted player out of Clemson, Justin Ross. I don't know. You might not know him. You might have. You might remember he's coming off a major injury. Justin Ross had this catch in practice in which the Chiefs tweeted out, and we might be putting Justin Ross into Canton if you're a Chiefs fan right now. The hype around Justin Ross, Justyn, is out of this world, and it's only May. I promise you this, as we sit here on May 27th, there will be a huge breakout star on the Chiefs offense, and it's not going to be Kelsey or Hardman or MVS. It is not going to be Juju, and it's probably not going to be Edwards-Helaire. It'll be one of these other guys, and they're going to have a monster season, and Adam Rank will be talking about him on the fantasy shows because the Chiefs are that good at finding talent, and I have no doubt this offense can be just fine without Tyreek.
Well, I think it's been proven over the last, it's a small sample size, but the Chiefs have had success without Tyreek Hill. As a matter of fact, Hammer put together the numbers for us of the 4 games. I know it's 4 games. It's a small sample size. Patrick Mahomes is still really good at football. And you see right there, no interceptions. The passer rating is excellent. And I think a big reason why, they don't play a lot of hero ball when Tyreek Hill is not on the field. He spreads the ball around. And to your point, Peter, they will find other guys to step up. And I'm really looking at the run game. And I know that Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been a little bit of a disappointment. I hesitate to say that because fantasy enthusiasts were so eager to make him this superstar that they just wanted him to be this guy that, you know, was kind of unfair for him to step into that role with this team and be able to live up to those expectations. And then you bring in Ronald Jones, who's been a little bit of a disappointment in Tampa Bay, never really excelled the way that we wanted him to. And in Pacheco, that's a guy that I really like as well. But to your point, somebody is going to step up. This Chiefs offense is going to be just fine.
Yeah. You know, when I sit back and think of how do you defend the Kansas City Chiefs, I do think they'll still be successful. I just don't think they'll be as explosive, right? I mean, anytime, let me see Peter's list again of those receivers. Anytime you put guys, in position to make plays with Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, like you just mentioned, the great Patrick Mahomes, you'll have a chance to be successful. But, to Patrick, he's used to seeing a certain picture when he lines up, right? Rank showed y'all, you know, in those 4 games, they were 3-1, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. Like, no one on this list scares you, except Travis Kelce. He scares the hell out of me. But nobody else on this list really scares you. And so that's going to be the tough part. It's going to be this Kansas City Chiefs offense lining up and you not knowing what the defense is doing, them not rolling a coverage, to Tyreek Hill, or them being able to now say, hey, look, we're going to put 2 guys on Travis Kelce. Everybody else, man up. Because you're not as scared of Juju. You're not as scared of Justin Ross, even though he was a beast at Clemson. Schrags. Mad props for even knowing who that dude is. But I do think this Kansas City Chiefs offense has a chance. But to your point, Rank, they got to run the football. You can't keep just allowing Patrick Mahomes to just drop back and play hero ball sometimes. I love that offense. I love Andy Reid. I know he'll put them, in the right situations to be successful. But take some pressure off by running the football. They showed Ronald Jones II. He's a beast. I thought Tampa didn't run him enough. And so now he's with Kansas City. I can't wait to see. Maybe he becomes that lead back. I do love Clyde Edwards-Helaire as well, but I like Ronald Jones too. So they got to run that ball.
I agree with you guys. I do think that they can be just as good without Tyreek Hill. I thought it was so interesting what Patrick Mahomes was saying. Like, defenses were starting to figure out that Tyreek Hill was very, very good. And the numbers actually show it. I did a little bit of a deep dive. Not so much of a deep dive the last 2 seasons. But look at his 2020 season compared to 2021. His touchdowns went down, his yards per reception. He went from 2nd in the NFL to 9th in the NFL in touchdowns. Yard per reception, he went from 18th to 72nd. It's clear that things changed. People started to figure him out. And I think that they're going to be just fine. I think they'll be all right.
Very, very modest takes. No hot takes here. No one throwing down the book and saying they're done. And I appreciate that because we trust the system. We trust the quarterback. We trust the coach. And we trust the general manager.